If you like movies, check out my movie review channel. Every single movie title you see on the screen, I have a video about coming out within the next 2 weeks. I'm uploading a video every day for 2 weeks, so definitely make sure you're subscribed there. The link is in the description below. I got some other stuff on there too, some like breakdowns of certain scenes I like and things like that, so check it out. I wanted to make this video about Joseph Ossai because it's really kind of a tragic story in a way, what happened. And I mean, it was a mistake he made, but he made the mistake at the end to give the Chiefs an extra 15 yards that put them in field goal range and got the Chiefs to the Super Bowl. But prior to that, Ossai was having a career game. This is a guy who, has not had a great career up until this point for Cincinnati. I think that's fair to say. He missed his entire rookie season due to injury, and then this year when we've seen him play, he was a third-round pick. He was PFF's 106th rated edge rusher out of 120 total guys. So, was a rotational guy for them. He mostly came in basically for about 20, 30 snaps this season. That's what he came in for this game. He'd only played in about 30 snaps in this one, but he was really good. This was actually easily the best game I've ever seen him play. There's really no question, in my opinion, of that. And so let's talk about what he did well. I wanted to get, I don't know, felt like doing a positive video because he does deserve to get some positive recognition as well for the good work he did prior to his blunder at the end. Starting off with this play, this is going to be a rushing play. So he's, in run defense here, and you have a left tackle who's going to be blocking him for the Kansas City Chiefs. This is Orlando Brown Jr., who's a good player. He gets a lot of criticism, but he is a good player. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he wants to be overpaid or something. I don't know, but he's still a good tackle. But watch what Ossai is going to do. Watch Ossai really do a good job, I'd say, of driving him back. Now, didn't matter. Hardman was able to get to the side, right? So he's taken out of the play, but still a good play, right? Well, actually, not quite. Watch Ossai turn, and he's able to use some good hustle to help make the tackle. Again, kind of a thing that makes you say, okay, there's some potential for the future. This play was not a super highlight reel level play, but there would be some super highlight reel level plays, or at least some good plays by Ossai. Like something like this is a fascinating one where it's going to be, again, one-on-one matchup against Orlando Brown. So, I don't know, very fascinating stuff here that Orlando Brown maybe did not have his best day. Maybe that says something about him. I don't know. I don't think so, though. I think these are good moves by Ossai. It's always hard to tell exactly, but, I believe these are mostly just good moves. Ossai is really going to use his speed here. Watch what he's going to do. Watch him kind of it's almost like a swipe move, but he barely even does it. I mean, he's really using his speed, but it works. I mean, he's able to get to the outside. You see now for Orlando Brown Jr., what do you typically want to do in this situation if you're a left tackle? You want to get your left arm as far to the right side of Ossai's body as possible. That's the goal. But because Ossai, went to the outside so severely, it's just hard to get all the way over there. And it's also just, I think, good awareness by Ossai of knowing who you're going up against. Mahomes is someone who likes to take deep drops in the pocket. So, while typically you're offensive lineman could just push the edge rusher behind your quarterback, in this situation, he can't do that because Mahomes is so far deep in the pocket. And this is a thing that Mahomes has done his whole career. It works out for him. He seems to be doing all right. But it's a way you can take advantage of your opponent's strategy, or what your opponent tends to do, figure out kind of their quirks and what their players do, and find ways to exploit it. When you go up against a quarterback who tends to stay pretty far, tends to take these deep drops, and Orlando Brown, who maybe isn't the most, isn't the fastest offensive lineman, it's a good combination and a smart play by Ossai. Watch him get over here and, nothing. Cannot get the sack because Patrick Mahomes is, unbelievable. Patrick Mahomes is insane, right? This is just the Patrick Mahomes thing. Patrick Mahomes is able to somehow get out of that. I don't know how he did that. He's weird. Should not have happened, but it's a great play from Ossai nonetheless. Like this play is another one where it's again going to be a one-on-one matchup again against Orlando Brown Jr., but this time, watch what happens. Okay, so he generates the contact, but you see right next to him, there's a halfback. So you can't just run to the outside. You can't use your speed. They have a chip on here for Ossai. So, okay, you're not going to be able to just get around Orlando Brown Jr. and have something good happen that way. Just okay, isn't going to happen. but watch what Ossai is still able to do. It's going to be his right hand. Watch what his right hand does. Again, a little bit hard to tell by this angle, but just watch that part of his body. Watch him kind of push Brown back a little bit. That allows him to drive to Mahomes, gets a quarterback hit, and then somehow they didn't tackle Pacheco in that situation. I can't show the whole play for copyright reasons, but somehow that still ended up being a first down, which is unfortunate because he really did do a great job of blowing that play up. Again, just, as a defensive lineman, there's only so much you can do, but he was doing what he could. Even this play, which this did not matter what he did, but it's still like, I don't know, it's still promising for the future, right? He's a young player. He's only in his second year. You hope he can continue to grow and get better. And this was a promising play where this time he's on, again, still on the offense's left, but it will not be Brown Jr. who is going to be blocking him on this play. Instead, it's going to be Trey Smith, the guard, who's going to go over and block him. But still, Trey Smith, very good offensive lineman. Watch as you're going to see Trey Smith swing around, and Ossai really just ran right through him. Now, this was obviously the play where Mahomes failed to throw the football, which, again, always makes me laugh. It's funny for me to watch. But the reality is, this was a very good play from Joseph Ossai, and definitely a good, promising play from him. This play was another example, and this time it would matter, where last time it was play action. This time it's actually a handoff, but they're doing the same thing. Having Trey Smith, the right guard, pull over and lead block, and he will be the guy blocking Ossai. Watch how when this play begins, you see that right here, Trey Smith does seem to be in good position, but Ossai's really going to just kind of strength him a little bit. Watch him really just does not get moved at all, and he's able to help make that tackle. That's a very good play from Ossai, and definitely had an impact. If he doesn't make that play, there's a very real chance that this is going for, at least a decent run on this one. Instead, it's a loss of 2. So he was definitely making some plays. In fact, one of his more notable ones, which was a bit lucky, I have to say, but given the situation is very massive. There's 21 seconds left in the game. The Chiefs do not have any timeouts left. Second down and 4. I've circled where Ossai is. This was the play before the infamous play. But watch him on his play. I'm just going to let it show. You kind of see it looked like there was actually maybe a miscommunication by the Chiefs as they were trying to pass him off and no one picked him up, which allowed him to get through. But still, he did a very good job of fighting through the initial contact well enough to get to that point, and then generate enough pressure to get to Mahomes quickly enough that Mahomes had to just throw the ball into the dirt. This would have been, again, one of his better plays, and you would have, thought about, wow, he really came through in that moment had the next play not happened. So, obviously, when you make that mistake, and, what else can you say about it? Like, that is still going to be what he's known for from this game, but I still think it's fair to say, let's also, be reasonable and say he had a very good game in this one. Again, he wasn't Chris Jones. He wasn't the complete reason that the, Bengals were able to slow down the Chiefs or anything like that, but he did have a key impact and maybe makes you think, okay, this is the guy who was able to get pressure from several different positions. He was able to do it from a defensive tackle and an edge rusher. Played a decent amount of coverage as well in this one, although, again, not spectacularly. You wouldn't expect it to be spectacularly, but still. But he did some nice things and is maybe optimistic for the future that he could, at the very least, be a good rotational piece, but hopefully more than that. Obviously, the ending sucked. The misplay, which it is a misplay. Like, while it's a dumb penalty, you can definitely say that. It also is like one of those, you're trying to make a play, you make the mistake and accidentally push him out of bounds. Like, sure that he wasn't trying to hurt Mahomes or anything like that. I'm assuming he just lost track of where the sideline is, which was unfortunate. But, well, I definitely feel bad for him. It definitely sucks. I think it's also fair to say, like, well, what if Mahomes got hurt on that play? Would we still be saying, oh, man, poor Joseph Ossai? Probably not. He made a mistake. He got punished for it. His team got punished for it. There's no denying it. But he also had a very good day up until that point, and I think we should talk about both things. So that's kind of how I feel about it. What do you guys think about his performance as a whole, including the last play? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And, of course, as always, thanks for watching.